All I have is reasons. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever had your body tell you exactly what it was going to do, regardless of how you felt about it. Well, I experienced that tonight. It had to go down the way it had to go down. I'm still not 100% good to go, but I'm as high of a percentage that I'm going to be for the time being. So let's go ahead and do the damn thing and get through it. My name is Sun75. I do things my way. I don't care what really nobody say. Well, that's not exactly true because I didn't want to be late, and I do care about whether y'all will put up with all of this tardiness, all of this tardiness. Now, to cover myself, I do schedule the shows for 5 minutes past the hour. So instead of 1 o'clock, I really schedule them for 1:05. But I was getting up out of my bed at 1 o'clock today. When I say I was getting up out of my bed, I mean like at about 11 o'clock, I decided to take a little nap. I said, I'll lay down for a minute. I probably won't even fall asleep. Because sometimes when I decide to take a nap, sometimes I'll be messing around on my phone, surfing, apps and stuff like that. And sometimes I won't even fall asleep, or I'll only sleep for a couple of minutes. Well, not tonight. Tonight it said, you're going to damn near sleep the night away. So at 1 o'clock, I didn't even feel the need to set an alarm or anything. Oh, shoot. Now my allergies want to act a fool. And if I was to shift the blame to anybody about all of this, it would be courtesy of my allergies. This spring has been kicking my ass. It really has. It's been giving me the old boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that's what it's been doing. Yeah, at almost 56 years old, I can still get up to about 7 feet. Hopefully, that won't be an issue anytime soon. Hopefully, that won't be an issue anytime soon. Right now, I just want to kick it with y'all. Tonight on the Daily Go Getism Show, we are talking about, is the war really over? Well, should I say, is the war finally over? Now, if you're an American citizen, or just anywhere around the world, but specifically talking about Americans because I'm in the United States, you are sick of this mess. You are. You're sick of this conflict. You don't know who to believe. You don't know exactly how the story goes. All you know is that you're the one suffering the consequences of this action. So whether the war is really going on, whether the negotiations are going the way that it's supposed to go or not, all you know is that you seem to be paying for it directly out of pocket if you drive a car, even if you have an electric vehicle, because the inflation, and especially the price of gas or oil, energy, is affecting you negatively. That's what we have. That's what we have. Not only has gas gone up, but my electric bill has gone up. I got an email from my electrical supplier today talking about, Mr. McIntyre, you're using 27, like more electricity this year than you were around the same time last year. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And like, maybe it's warmer this year. Maybe I had to leave the air on more this year. Whatever the case is, for the past month, they say I'm using more electricity. Okay, fine. But they are leaving out the most important point, or the most important part, which is, yeah, the price per kilowatt is much higher this year than it was last year. Duh. So you're charging me more. I'm probably using the same amount. Your bill is probably going to be higher. What do you mean probably? You're charging more. You're charging more. So that's where we are with it. That's where we are with it. Now, as of, it was supposed to be yesterday, our illustrious, glorious, esteemed POTUS wanted to end the war on his birthday. And you know, him wanting to end the war on his birthday or sign a peace deal on his birthday tells you a lot about the personality of our commander in chief. I don't know, maybe it means nothing to anybody else, but a grown man, listen, I don't have anything negative to say about anybody celebrating their birthday, but it seems awfully suspicious and awfully egotistical, if you ask me, that you wanted a peace deal to end on your birthday. The same day that you're sponsoring, not sponsoring, but having a UFC event on the White House lawn. So there's a steel cage on the White House lawn that you're saying you may leave there for years to come. Like, what are you talking? Like, what is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with this guy? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the president of the United States. I think he's a buffoon. You know, I don't think that he's stupid, but I think that he's foolish. Very, 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 very foolish and highly unqualified to be a commander in chief. So on the same day that he's having a UFC event and he wants to sign a peace deal to end the war that he started, but we're not supposed to look at it like he started it. Was there a war before you attacked them last year and again this year? Now we can get into the reasons why the war started, why he started the war, you know, whether it was Israel, whether it was the cover up for the Epstein files. We can get into whether it was there was any real evidence that Iran had nuclear weapons. We can get into all of that as the time goes on. But the bottom line is the American people, you and I, are the ones who are paying for this. We're paying for it directly out of pocket. People like him are actually directly profiting, and I mean directly profiting from this war. So yeah, I'm ready for the war to be over, but I want it to be over for real, and I want it to be over for the right reasons. It didn't start for the right reasons, and it hasn't continued for the right reasons. Yet, my hope is that it will end for the right reasons, and hopefully we can get on back to some semblance of what normal American life feels like. And I say American life because I don't know what it's like to live anywhere else. I know what it's like to visit somewhere else, maybe even for a lengthy stay, but to actually live there and get totally used to being there. Like, I've never lived out of the country for a year. A month, yes. Over a month, yes. But a whole year, no. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Alvin Lewis says, "Are you Bron Dad? Be real. Are you Bron Dad? Are you uneducated and unable to write a complete sentence? You started it wrong and you ended it really terrible. Crash and burn. Carla, what's good? It's Good Morning Sun 752. I will send you a doctor's note to go to bed early." Man, I was in bed. When I tell you I was knocked out, I mean, I was knocking out. Jeff Sprayberry, what's up, my dude? What's up? Man, I was like, yo, you know that kind of sleep that has you magnetized to the bed? You know, like it's almost like sleep paralysis. Like, yo, I'm trying. I had already had the show written up, but I hadn't put the final touches on it. You know what I mean? I'm regimented. There's certain things I had to do before I get in front of this camera. Some of the things you may agree with Many of the things you may not. It's like, why can't you just come turn the camera on? I'm like, no, there are things here that they cannot see. There are things out here and it cannot be. Or should I say, there are things right here they cannot see, and there are ways right now that it cannot be. I gotta straighten it out, so they gonna have to wait out. And now I don't want to be like a fish. I got the bait out, and it's dropping down to the bottom of the sea, but dangling in the middle of the water is where it's supposed to be. Because we're not bottom feeders, we eaters. We making sure that we feed our bodies, and you still reader. Good comment or maybe a book. And yo, I'm going to peer in your eyes and take a second look. But I'm still shook, but I'm not shaken. Maybe I'm not stirred. But when that mess occurred, and I'm thinking to myself, my health is at stake. Yo, so I wake and I pray that my soul to keep, but I'm making sure that what I sow, I still reap. So peep this, you know how we do. Brothers want to be down with the program, but they really just not you. And I say, I know that I'm gonna get better than this, fry you up like fish and put you on the shit list. And I wasn't even pissed in the beginning, but I had to concentrate on Lakers in 5. Yo, they winning. No, they not. They wasn't even in the playoffs. I feel like the job is out of jobs, is layoffs. And unemployment is running out of cash. So I'm like Stacy and maybe even Dame Dash, which means that my teeth is falling out and my dough is running low. Oh, no. All right, y'all. Switchy says Lakers in 5. Right. Lakers in 5. That's right. We'll wait till next year to see how that goes. I know on Wednesday, the New York Knicks will be having a parade, much to my chagrin. Much to my chagrin. I can't believe it. I believe it, but I can't believe it. Like, what a tragedy. Tragedy. But hey, you know, everybody has to get theirs. Everybody has to get theirs. They waited 53 years to finally get another ring. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? If I was a native New Yorker, I would probably feel great about what's going on in my city too. You know, in New York, their main sport is basketball. So for the Knicks to not have won a championship in that long, you know, a lot of New York is a concrete jungle. So basketball is the cheapest and easiest sport to learn how to play. There aren't, in some boroughs, it isn't easy to have football teams and stuff like that. So, you know, baseball, yeah, you can have it out in the parks and stuff like that. Well, if you've been to New York, you know what I'm talking about. New York is a city. So basketball is important. You don't hear about a lot of native New Yorkers in the NFL. You ever heard anybody from the NFL saying they were from New York City? There's a reason that you don't hear that. But you hear a lot of native New Yorkers talking about their NBA. You don't hear a lot of native New Yorkers saying that they are in Major League Baseball. They love baseball, and they've always done well at it. In New York, back in the day, they play a lot of stickball. May not have always been able to get to a baseball diamond. But anyway, ironically, the Knicks win their first championship in 53 years. And I said, and then the war is supposed to have ended. Now, that's the thing. Has the war really ended? Has it? Has the agreement fully been signed? How come we're not getting the details released of exactly what the provisions of the deal are? What is the deal? We've been promised a deal for 9 weeks. Oh, we're close to a deal. Oh, we're close to a deal. Oh, we're close to a deal. Oh, we're close to the deal. Oh, we're close to a deal. Oh, we're close to a deal. Tell me how you feel. We're close to a deal. Tell me how you feel, we're close to a deal. Show me how you feel, we're close to a deal. Show me how you feel, we're close to a deal. How you feel, close to the deal. The war is over, can it be real? Iran, Iraq, IRA. Will we be ending the war today? I can't speak on it for sure, but I hope that it's over and we don't have no more foreign wars. But I think that he has ambitions to do another one. The hell, son. This the life that we lived, and this is the country that we live in. And I say a civ is like the way that it's running. I'm gunning for another. I have to take care of my sisters and brothers, even if it's only putting the right words in their ears. It feels to me like I would appear to be stuck in a quagmire. Yo, the POTUS needs to be fired. Well, at least that's my opinion. Yo, I don't think this is the opinion of most of his minions, this word. But I'ma say, I want a little piece today. And even if I have peace, I still gotta pay the high prices. Yo, ISIS still patrolling the streets, but not like they were last year. What the hell? Yeah. Alex Pretty, that shit is fucked up. Killed over something petty. And can't forget the other one. Yo, let's have this, son. We gotta have another this. Can't forget about the victims of the Epstein trials. A lot of people don't believe you, but ask Susie Wiles. And can't forget about the other political actors. This shit is crazy. And they farming just like tractors. And I say back to basics. We need a pair of sneakers to run. You'll pass them Asics to jail. What the hell? I can't tell that we really are running this country right. Yeah, word. Well, that's how it's going down today. Is the war finally over? By a show of hands, by a show of votes, for those of you who are here right now, participate. Please write in the comments right now, if you think that the war is actually over. And that's regardless of whether the reports are real or not. Do you think that the war in Iran is completed? Blowing my brains out, baby. I know I have another sneeze in me or two. They normally come in threes. I'm still here, just in case y'all wondering. Still here, just in case y'all wondering. Let me see. Let's just be happy it's not Biden or Harris in there. No, I wish it was Biden or Harris in there. There wouldn't have been no fucking war. I mean, when will y'all get it through y'all thick heads? When will y'all get it through y'all thick skulls that the only reason there was a war is because Trump is in trouble with the Epstein files? And proof of that is that if this deal is real, speaking of Israel, if this deal is real and the war is really over, Iran will have more nuclear ability now than they had before before the war ever started. So you started the war because your people, not the real inspectors, not the worldwide inspectors that have been keeping an eye on them for years, verified that they weren't nowhere close to making a nuclear weapon. And let's say they were enriching uranium. There are other uses for nuclear energy besides making bombs. You do know that, right? I hope, because a lot of people act like they don't know. But if you live in a state where you have nuclear energy, you know that nuclear energy is extremely useful in daily life besides making bombs. This isn't the Cold War anymore. So you have to have so much a certain amount of enriched uranium in order to make a bomb. So even if you have a lot, it doesn't mean that you have enough to make a bomb. It takes an awful lot for you to make a bomb. So it will probably be more useful to you to make other things or use nuclear energy for other reasons. By the way, Israel has multiple nuclear weapons. And it's amazing how somehow that fact stays off of American media, off the American media radar. Throughout this whole conflict, nobody has asked J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, or the president of the United States, like, does Israel have a nuclear weapon? That's the question that needs to be asked. It was asked at a different time in a different way. But how are you going to fight a country that you suspect was going to make a nuclear weapon, and somehow you lied to the American people and say, yeah, and they were going to use their nuclear weapons against us? Were they really? Why would they do that? Let's say that they were anywhere close to making a nuclear bomb. Why would they use their nuclear weapons against the United States? Can anybody think of a reason why they want to do that? It certainly couldn't have been because the United States attacked them last year when it was proven that they didn't have any nuclear ability. And then, the president of the United States, who likes to, for some reason, talk shit in the media, especially on social media, said that he totally obliterated their nuclear capability, which was, that couldn't have been more false, more of a lie, more of a deliberation of mistruth. All right, so we're here. This is what we're doing. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I promise you, I will earn the like. But if you want to give it to me in advance, I would appreciate it. Let's get started. My people here, the dearly departed. What's good? What's good? What's good, my people? My people, my people, my people, 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 my people, my people, my people, people, people. Yeah. So I'm amazed that throughout this whole conflict, people still believe in that the words and actions of Trump. I mean, I'm seriously amazed. And that's whether, that's mind-boggling to me. It is. It's mind-boggling. Especially when you're feeling directly the brunt of his misgivings, of his inadequacy, of his ineptitude, of his what's the other word I'm looking for? When you're not qualified for something. I guess you could say he's unqualified, but there's a regular word that we use all the time that for some reason I'm having a brain fart with right now. But yeah, like, I don't understand how you can go to your local grocery store and pay as much money as you're paying for groceries, for food, and still believe this bullshit that he's talking. When he told you last week, Donald Trump, or was it the week before, where he said he doesn't give a damn about inflation. Then he turned around in the week after that and said that he actually likes inflation. Like, now you can say he's just blowing smoke up our asses. Well, what kind of president does that? What kind of leader does that? What kind of leader does that? That would be like if I was the leader of an army troop and I'd say, look, all of us are going to die when we get into this battlefield. So y'all better fight your ass off anyway. Like, way to build morale, asshole. If I know that I'm going to die going in here, why even try? As a matter of fact, I'm not going. Make me. I might shoot you for trying to make me go. All right. Yeah. How do you, for people who drive, or when you catch a plane, when you get on a plane and you buy a ticket to get on a plane, and you see how much more it costs because of the price of oil, because of the price of gas. I don't see how you can give a fuck about what this guy says. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I've actually had Trumpers tell me, well, yeah, I don't mind paying the extra money for the gas as long as Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. Well, they didn't have a nuclear weapon when Biden was president, but y'all was bitching up the wazoo. And gas was nowhere near what it costs now. I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. I said, well, yeah, how can you like Biden? I've never had a Biden t-shirt. I've never seen one. I've never seen a Biden t-shirt. I've never seen a Biden hat. I've never heard of a Biden movement. There was no like BAGA. There was MAGA. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Carla says, this dude talks out of the side of his mouth. We really can't believe shit he says. I don't see how people, like if my mom promised me that I was going to get a cookie when I was a kid, if she said, you're going to get a cookie, today you're going to get a cookie, today you're going to get a cookie, and she never delivered the cookie, I'm not looking for that cookie ever again. You have about 3 times to tell me that I'm going to get a cookie. After those 3 times, I'm thinking like, oh, you're unable to deliver a cookie. So if I want a cookie, I got to go elsewhere, but not from you, Mom. I still love you and everything, but you're not reliable. You fib. You be telling stories, man. You be storying. Travis says war will never be over in the Middle East. They can be over that. Okay, so they can have plenty of war over in the Middle East. Do we have to be involved in them? That's the question I have. What the fuck are we doing over? I mean, it would be different if he said, well, listen, when I become president, well, I'm going to take care of the conflict over in the Middle East. No, he said no foreign wars, no regime change. I'm not America first. I don't give a shit about what's going on overseas. That's what he said. Verbatim. Instead, he's flip-flopped and has proven that he don't give a shit what's happening on the home front. But hey, okay. Derek River, what's good? He says, how can I believe Trump when his details haven't been given to the press? Smells fishy to me. You know why he doesn't want to release the details to the press? Because he capitulated. He folded. He knows. Even the explanation of the details that I have heard, like, yo, that's it. You would have been, it was better before you bombed them, before the war. You have to help rebuild Iran to the tune of $300 billion. You're talking about, Obama was sending pallets of cash over to Iran. No, that was their money. He just released the funds. He released the funds and he kept the peace. That's what happened. It wasn't our money. Well, why should you release the funds to terrorists? Well, prove their terrorism. I bet you now you feel a lot worse. The American people will feel a lot worse about you having. Now you got to send over from the details of what I've heard. You got to start off with 24 billion, giving them. You got to give them 24 billion, 300 billion to rebuild everything you fucked up, bombing them back to the Stone Ages. It's bad money, baby. Either way, he's not going to come out of this deal looking like the art of the deal. He's not eligible for that. He's cooked. This deal is going to make him look like a fool. And he is. He is a fool. How did you have a war? How did you have a war going on? The Strait of Hormuz is closed, and you are sponsoring a UFC event on a White House lawn on your birthday, and you were trying to end the, sign the peace agreement on your birthday, so you could be like, "Hey, I turned 80, and this is what I did when I turned 80." Nobody give a fuck about you and your birthday. But one thing people will not be able to get away with anymore is pretending that this man is not old. He is. 80 is not young, not in anybody's book. Even if you're 100 years old, 80 is not young. Masters of Mathematics says Obama smoking crack and smoking dicks. Okay, well, Obama has been out of your hair since 2016. So what has your two-time winning president done with his rapist punk bitch ass? What has he done? Your president can't seem to forget about Obama. Like his love affair. He goes to bed at night with the first black president living rent-free inside of his head. And you actually go for it too. How many people, let's see, Obama was president 10 whole years ago. Let's forget about that for a second. Let's ask you personally. You, everybody and anybody who's listening to this show. How many people who are out of your life 10 years ago still matter to you? Like any friends, co-workers, even family members. How many of those people from 2016, matter of fact, I'll shorten it to 9 years. I'll give you a chance. Just in case you're the type that holds on tight to disappointment or failure or hurt or pain. How many people from 2017 who are no longer rocking with you matter to you? How many times do you mention people who you don't fuck with anymore from 2017? Let me know. That's what I want to know. It could be an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, your ace boon coon, your BFF. If from 2017, how many of you mentioned somebody that was in your life from that time? Oh, this one I like a lot. Hey, bro, Michelle Obama is a man. I love when, see, that proves that you're a dummy. I love when these dickheads, you can see, instead of policy, instead of actually having something meaningful to say, they'll say something like, Michelle Obama is a man, because they think that that's going to offend you. Michelle Obama grew up in the South Side of Chicago. She went to school with people. She has baby pictures of her, school pictures from kindergarten to 12th grade. People know her. You can go to Chicago, the South Side of Chicago, and they will tell you all about Missy. They'll tell you all about Shelly Shell Robinson, because that's her maiden name. They'll tell you all about Michelle Robinson. I can see, when y'all were doing the birther thing for Barack Obama, y'all saying, well, I don't know if nobody knew him. He grew up in Hawaii, because Hawaii is not part of the continental United States. So you can pretend like that's a different world. But Michelle Obama, I looked it up today. Michelle Obama's, I said, you know what? Since they like to play these games, let me look up Michelle Obama. I didn't even look up, anything negative about her. I just looked her up to see what pictures that they had of her. to try to see if any of this shit made sense. Because it wasn't. Oh, fuck it. Now I got to do it again. All right, let's go. Michelle. There you go. So you just look at images of Michelle Obama. You just look at images of Michelle Obama. And if you keep scrolling, you'll eventually get to childhood pictures of her. And I know why they did that. Now, if you want to say that because she's tall and brown and beautiful to us, but ugly to you, all right, fine. But when you want to attack her, when you want to say that she's a man, and I'm like, you're going to have a hard time with her. Damn, they have so many fucking pictures of her conducting business and doing her thing. And, some people say that Michelle Obama will probably be president one day. And I'm like, why the fuck would she want to do that? She's not like Hillary Clinton. She's an innovator, not an imitator. Not an innovator, but not an imitator, but an innovator. She's a pretty woman. This is different. Yeah. So, yeah, you see pictures of her when she's younger. And it's like, where do they get this shit from? Like, I could see, like, if you had, like, if you didn't have people who knew her, who could speak for her, who didn't go to school with her, who weren't in classes with her, I could see it. But you sound dumb as shit. You can sound dumb as shit. Like, if I said Lindsey Graham is gay or J.D. Vance is gay, that's conjecture. There's proof there's definitely proof to support it. But like the Michelle Obama thing, it's like, oh, so y'all don't have shit. Y'all don't have shit. So y'all use this. So if I say that Melania Trump is a whore, I can't prove it. I've never slept with her. I don't know anybody that has. But her history has things in it that support it. But she didn't grow up in this country. So there are a lot of things that I couldn't say about her that only people back in Slovenia would be able to say. So even though I'm thinking like, even if she's not a whore, she's not appropriate to be the first lady of the United States. She can't speak English very well. And her educational history and even her immigration history is very shaky. Very shaky. But because she's white and because she's attached to a birther, Donald Trump told you that in 2 weeks, he told you this back in 2015, or was it 14? He told you that in 2 weeks, he would have Barack Obama's birth certificate. Well, it's been a lot longer than 2 weeks, but that's his thing. Everything is 2 weeks. We'll have a health plan in 2 weeks. These are things that is documented that he said. He said it on camera. But y'all dickheads, y'all don't call him on that. Oh, well. Jamal Robinson. Oh, it was Joan Rivers who started the rumor. I mean, Joan Rivers was ugly too. May she rest in her ugly peace. But she was ugly. All that work she had done. She already wasn't pretty, and then she had all that work done. Hey, it is what it is. But I understand. Listen, I understand how jealousy works. I do. But I also, if I'm talking about government and somebody who's governing the United States, I know how that works too. So I don't give a fuck about how anyone looks. And I don't have time to be worried about your sexual history or any of that kind of shit. I need to know how safe and how effective is my daily life going to be for me and the people who I care about. That's what I want to know. And so far, the people running this country don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just don't. And they don't seem to be concerned. You know, if I have enough money to buy anything that I want, of course, I'm going to see the world through a different lens. I'm not going to understand. Like, oh, let me ask y'all this. And please be honest, because I'll be honest as well. If you needed $20,000 cash right now, $20,000 cash, how easy would it be for you to get it within the next 4 hours? How easy would it be? 20,000 cash. So I'm not talking about swiping. If you need it in the next 4 hours, could you go to your local bank and get a cashier's check, which is equivalent to cash? Could you do it? No, not like a loan. Like, you know, you have the ability to get $20,000 in 4 hours of your money. Or fuck it, maybe not. Even if it wasn't your money, do you have the resources to be able to go to somebody and be like, listen, I need 20 cash right now. Listen, I don't have enough time. I don't have a lot of time to explain why, but my life is dependent on it or whatever. I need $20,000 cash. So if, let me see, how many of y'all have it? Let's see. Coin got two sides, heads and tails. It's still all Caesar. Okay. Nope. I sure can't. I ain't got 2,000. I liquefy 20K, not in an hour. I said 4 hours. You know, could you come up with $20,000? The reason I ask this is because when you don't have that much disposable income on hand, then you look at the world in a different way. For some people, it may take you 6 months to come up with 20,000. And that's on your paycheck before taxes, which means you can't do it. If you make $40,000 a year, it will take you 6 months to make $20,000. And that's not going to be $20,000 that you take home. You're probably only going to take home about 15,000 of that, if you're lucky. So anybody who can come up with $20,000 in 4 hours with no provocation, with no warning, like, yo, I need 20,000 right now. I'm at the car lot and I need to be able to, I only said car lot because a lot of people could relate to, you know, needing to buy a car or wanting to buy a car. But if you can come up with $20,000 that fast, that means you have the resources to be able to afford that. Cash. I'm not talking about swiping, because some of y'all may have credit cards with limits that high. But if you have a credit card $20,000 or more, then imagine what your credit score and your income level must be like. So you're looking at the world through a different type of lens. So I wouldn't expect you to always understand the struggles of the average working American that will have to save and put money away and work a second job or hustle on the side in order to get $20,000, because they can't do it in 4 hours. They can't do it. So if you come from a background where you have never not been able to come up with $20,000 in 4 hours, then you're looking at the world differently. So that would be a Donald Trump. He doesn't know what it's like at no point in his life. Do you know when he was born in 1946? Do you know how much money $20,000 was? Well, let's look it up. How much money was $20,000 worth in 1946 compared to 2026?
$46 would be worth about $341,559 to $356,103 in 2026 due to inflation. That's an increase of over 1,600%.
Based on the Consumer Price Index data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, $20,000 in 1946 is equivalent in purchasing power to roughly $341,559 to $356,103 in 2026. That's how much money $20,000 was worth on the date he was born. And on the date he was born, his family could come up with that much money. He doesn't know what it's like to have to go to work a 9 to 5. He doesn't even know. Do you know that this man has never gone inside of a grocery store? Do you remember when he was campaigning and he was intrigued by the word groceries? He was like, groceries. You never think of it. What do you mean you never think of it? Yes, the fuck we do. We use the word all the time. He just became familiar with it because he's never had to go to the store to buy things. People have always bought things to him. He has always had servants and people. He's not the regular cat. He's not the regular cat. He's always had disposable income of high amounts. So y'all dickheads cheering for him yeah. He can't relate. He can't relate to your struggle. So he doesn't concern himself with your struggle. All right. I don't want this to be a personal memorandum against Trump. But we're talking about this war. And I want to know, from your point of view, is this war over? Are we out of the fire? Is this in our rear view mirror? And what makes you think so? And by the way, hey, if you want to call into this show, one beautiful thing about this program is that there's a phone number. Did I pin the number? Yeah. 215-519. I'm sorry. 215-518-6149. 215-518-6149. There's no censorship on this show. You can say anything you want to say. You can say it how you want to say it, as long as you bring the real information. If you calling on the show, if you're calling up the show to troll or just to, scream nigga, that kind of shit, I'm not going to give you the time of day. But even if you come to me with opposing views, we welcome that. I know I do. I welcome that. You don't have to agree with me. Bring your facts, but bring them for real, because don't bring your feelings around me. We deal with facts. What's going on, Marvina? How you feeling? Wars will never be over. Well, wars will be over. Conflicts may never be over. A war is a declaration. A conflict, you can always have beef with somebody. It won't necessarily make it a war. Abu says, I'm agreeing with you too much. It'll be boring. I don't know if it would be boring just because you agree with me, because you may know things about what you agree with more than I do. I don't claim to be I'm not a political strategist or, some type of insider who thinks he knows everything about politics. I don't know everything about politics, but I know some things. I do more than just turn my TV on and watch mainstream media. I'm a pretty logical, rational man. So I'll weigh what I hear up against what I already know and what I think and try to come to a logical conclusion. That's why I could never rock with somebody like Donald Trump, because it's like, it doesn't make logical sense. But just keep that in mind. $20,000 in 4 hours. How long would it take you to get $20,000? Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's good? What's good, man? I want to shout all of y'all out. Cruz Diaz. Let me see. Travis. Even if y'all not my people, I'm as long as y'all not talking all this crazy shit, I'll shout you out. Jamal Robinson, what up? MMNGW, WPS. See, even though y'all don't agree, I'm all right with that. Some of y'all, personally, some of y'all are really stupid, and that's okay. Y'all not the first ones. Mel Gilliam said, nah, to grab a fresh tissue, you're going to lose that nonsense. You lost twice before. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You can't write a complete sentence. You can't write a complete sentence, sir, but that's okay. My people's Derek River, Cruz Diaz. What is Obama's first name? I'm glad I didn't read all of these comments, because personally, they're kind of dumb. Okay. WPS says, it is written, curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not reading all that shit. You talking in a broken language. I'm not reading that shit. What, you reading the Bible or something? All right, we good. We good. We good. How did I feel about COVID? Well, I lost a lot of people to COVID. That's how I feel about COVID. I wish COVID never happened. I wish it never existed. I wish the people that I lost to COVID were still here, and they're not. I lost a lot of people to COVID. And some people that I know who survived COVID without the vaccine are still feeling the effects of that shit to this day. So that's how I feel about COVID. The government shut down, the quarantine and all of that shit. Man, I lost people. So when I hear people talk all that shit about COVID, like, it was a fake disease, I'm like, yeah, well, how about the deaths in my family and in my friend circle? How about their deaths were real? So I don't know what killed them, but I know it wasn't a knife or a gunshot or a fall from a building or a car accident. No, they were in the hospital. They couldn't breathe and they died. And I have a lot of friends online. Not as many as I had before, because a lot of them died. And because I was doing this show during COVID, by the grace of God, nobody who has ever frequented this platform has died from COVID. But they were sick. Some of them were sick. Jamal says, same here, bro. Man, COVID was fucked up. It was fucked up. The China virus, that the Democrats wouldn't admit that it came from their lab. What difference do it fucking make where it came from? Like, your president is the one who called it the China virus. And your president is the one that tried to dumb it down like it wasn't anything. And your president is the one who told people that they didn't need to wear masks and shit. And your president is the one who handled the situation irresponsibly. That's who did it. I can't blame him for COVID coming. But COVID was worldwide. These fucking dumbass Trumpers act like it was only an American thing. It was worldwide. So everybody in every country was lying. For the United States, it was fucking worldwide. People were dying in Europe and overseas before they started dying in the United States. I guess we were just copycats, huh? So I guess because everybody didn't die of COVID, it was like nobody died of it, huh? I mean, the asininity of these people. Do you know that some people survive cancer? Some people survive cancer. Plenty of people survive cancer. There are cancer survivors. But you would never open up your mouth to say that cancer wasn't real, would you? Why? Because your granny had it. Because your mom had it. Because your sisters had it. Your brothers, your cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, neighbors, classmates. You would never say that cancer wasn't real, even though you may know some people who lived with it for a long time, and some people who went into remission, and some people who beat it all together and died of something else. But you would never say that cancer wasn't real. But you want to say that COVID wasn't real because your people didn't die, or because everybody didn't die. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But this is what you get from Republicans. This is what you get. That's why I could never fuck with this shit. You listen to a man who is supposed to be the president of the United States, and during COVID, he had his ass in front of the camera damn near 24 hours a day because he wanted to control the narrative of the fucking disease, of the condition. I'm not even going to go into, the things that he thought we should try that might work. Well, if you think we need to try these things, then you acknowledge that something is wrong, right? But you wouldn't tell people, hey, the least thing that you could do that might be effective is put a mask on so you can protect yourself. Remember how they had us thinking that COVID, was like you could get it from banisters, railings, metal, touch points, things that you touch. That was what they thought in the beginning. Then we found out later on it was an airborne disease. It was an airborne disease, but somebody already knew that it was an airborne disease. So they said, you know what? You need to wear masks. It won't totally prevent you from getting the virus, but it will really help, and it's cheap. Except for the president of the United States. Refused to wear a mask. Nope, not doing it. Nope. I'm not wearing a mask, even though, wearing masks might be okay. But, I'm not going to wear a mask because I don't like the way that looks on my face. And I'm so vain. I'm so egotistical. My appearance is so important to me that I would never want a mask to cover it. He is an ass. And you elected this motherfucker again. We didn't even get into January 6th. Amazing. Vic Morris says, and when he got his, he got the experimental stem cells treatment. Yeah, he is not adverse to technology or treatment, but he'll tell you, nah, you don't need that. Like, this is the man you follow. He won't tell you like, yo, get the vaccine. But he got it. You said like SARS. Well, COVID is a SARS virus. Said they were giving out stimulus money, PPP loans. Okay. Mm-hmm. Remember 999 Herman Cain? You know, I've never been fucking Herman Cain, boy. I didn't feel nothing when he died. I was like, well, ain't that about a bitch? I tell you what, they sure didn't lower the flag half-mast for Herman Cain, did they? Why didn't they do that? He was rolling with Trump, right? Why didn't they honor their boy? Why didn't they lower the flag half-mast to honor Herman Cain? Could it be because of what Herman Cain died from? Could it be because of what Herman Cain died from? So we don't want to acknowledge that. So we just gonna let him die, and we'll send his family a couple of dollars. Telling folks to spray Lysol on skin was the dumbest thing ever. I can't. I can't. Mommy, this says it's hell living in MAGA country. It has to be. It has to be. I mean, you can't. The loyalty that they show to this mother, it's mind-boggling. It really is. It really is. And you know what else is mind-boggling? If anybody in your family, I don't care how much you loved and respected them, if they kept making you promises and not delivering on your promises or under-delivering on their promises, you would cut that shit off. Like, you know what? Listen, I'm tired of you lying to me, misleading me, deceiving me, promising me and not delivering on your promises. You would get sick of that shit, but not Donald Trump. How many times has he said that we're close to a deal in the 4 months that this conflict has been going on? Well, it hasn't been 4 months, has it? I think it was 3 months. April, May, June, I believe. When did we bomb them? Was it the 28th of the month? When did the war in Iran start? February 28th. So almost 4 months. My bad. I knew that the 28th, it was somewhere. Hey, listen, please, can y'all hit the like button? I'm working here. You know what I mean? Can you please hit the like button? I'm not selling you anything. I'm not even trying to sell you on an idea. But if you would be so kind to hit the like button, it's just an acknowledgement. By now, you know that nothing is going to come up in your inbox or, you know what I mean? I'm not going to bother you. I don't even know if they will recommend my videos to you. We're on every day, and I mean every single day, 7 days a week, in case if you're new here. But yeah, please hit the like button. If you would be so kind. I'm humble enough to ask you to hit the like button. That's all I ask of you. Travis says, I never said it wasn't real. I was talking about where it came from. Okay. But when you talk about where it came from and you label it the China virus, I know where that came from because that's not what it was called. And there's only one person I know who called it that, who labeled it that. He just happened to reside at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's some irresponsible shit, yo. That's some irresponsible shit. Like, this is not your drunk uncle running around here, spewing. Like, this is not Archie Bunker running around here calling his son-in-law meathead and his wife the dingbat. This is the president of the fucking United States. I don't see how you can be okay with that. I don't see how you can excuse that. I don't get it. I don't get it. But 77 million Americans excused it and actually thought that after the shit he did on his first term, that he would be a better choice with than Biden the second time around. That's amazing. History is not going to treat this situation very well. But it's almost like the universe is paying those voters back. Like, this is what the fuck you get. This is what you get. Nah, 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 nah. Every time you go to the gas pump, nah, 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 nah. Every time you go to the grocery store, nah, 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 nah. Every time you pay your electric bill or your gas bill, nah, 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 nah. Lights, heating, nah, 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 nah. Aha, TDS channel. Yeah, TDS channel. You know what's really TDS? Ignoring that an 80-year-old man has some mental challenges going on. That's TDS. You know what TDS is? Oh, you know what? While we're here, I hate to get off topic, but have you noticed that you haven't heard Donald Trump speak about immigration lately? Have you noticed that? He never likes to speak about Epstein because, that's his kryptonite. But have you noticed that the one thing that he really ran on? He ran on the economy and he ran on immigration. Have you noticed that they stopped asking him questions about immigration? You've seen his poll numbers. If you haven't seen his poll numbers, like on immigration, no, actually, immigration, he's doing well in. But have you noticed they haven't asked him about immigration? On foreign policy, he's underwater. On inflation and the state of the economy, he's underwater. On immigration, he actually got some work done. Well, as far as deportations are concerned, if you want to consider that immigration, okay. But why haven't they asked Donald Trump? Why haven't they thrown him that softball? Biased host? Yeah, I am biased. Fuck Trump and fuck MAGA. I'm not going to come on here and try to act like, oh no, I'm playing both sides of the fence. No, I take sides. And I'm definitely not on their side. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck. Oh, wait. Let me. Oh, wait. The beauty of my program is that I can say, fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. Fuck him. Fuck all of y'all, fuck you too. Fuck all of y'all, fuck you too. Fuck all of y'all, fuck you too. Fuck you. The fuck out of here with that crazy shit. You can eat a dick. The fuck out of here with that shit. Biased host. Block me, please. No, leave. I don't need to block you. I don't need to block you. Go. Omar be chimping out. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Said dude angry because his LG. I don't. Y'all, shit, you mad at me? You should be mad at your fucking president. He taking money out of your pocket. You watching this show for free. You watch this show for free, and you have the ability to log off. You can press do not recommend this channel. You can get me out of your life quickly. But that president, he haunts your devices, your TV stations, your radio. You can't get away from him. But you want to be mad at me. You want to be mad at me? Yo, Vic Morrison, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, my G. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at this. Juke Joy says, does your boyfriend know you out here spazzing about Trump? It's funny how y'all should, I think it's interesting how y'all want to call somebody gay. Like MAGA talking about somebody being gay. Meanwhile, all the men in MAGA, they talk about nothing but men. You ever watch Fox News? You hear Jesse Waters and them cats, talk about who's a man. He got all this makeup on his face. Looking and sounding like a straight bitch. And he talking about what manhood is. What manhood is. As they protect everything that Trump says. And they want to talk about what manhood is. Y'all like men. Y'all like Alexander the Great. They was all gay. You know what I mean? They fought for him vehemently and loyally. Why? Because they was all fucking. They were gay. They were booty bandits. So, for y'all to try to call somebody gay, y'all MAGA, they desire the company of men. On this channel, we like women. Women, ass, titties, pretty faces, long hair, even short hair, soft skin. We like women. Not just like the way they look, but we actually like them. Y'all want to keep y'all woman in the background. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, trying to call me gay. I'm like, you probably think I'm cute. And that probably makes you uncomfortable because you think other men are cute too. And you're like, damn, I wish he was talking about Trump because then I would, I might get in his inbox. But no, we don't deal in all of that. You know what I mean? I'm the type of nigga, my history is so straight. I challenge anybody. I don't care if you go all the way back to when I came out of my mom's womb until this day of our Lord, June 16th, 2026. I'm like, see what you find. But since y'all want to go there, let me tell y'all what gay really is. Because y'all like to reduce it to what people do and how people dress and silly things like that. Because y'all dumb and y'all don't understand psychology. You're gay because of the way you think. So just like there are straight people who are virgins or are celibate or who are abstinent or who just can't find a date, there are gay people like that too. So you don't stop being gay because you're not having sex. Because people act like gay people just fucking all the time. All they do is fuck. I mean, why don't you ask the people in your family? Because there are no families that don't have any gay people in it. Why don't you ask them what makes them gay? The way that they feel makes them gay. So when you, regardless of how you dress or how you talk or how you walk, if you are a man and you find other men sexually attractive, then you're gay. That's what makes you gay. So when you are with your girlfriend or your wife and y'all are watching a movie and you are watching the men in the movie because that's who you're attracted to. So here you are, your wife thinks that you just idolize your Bruce Willises, your Tom Cruises, your insert your actor. She thinks that you just think that they're a cool actor or whatever. She doesn't know that you like them more than you like her. She is your cover. You want to be with them because you're gay on the inside. So when you go to sleep and you have dreams, like maybe when you were younger, when you had, how when you were younger, you used to have wet dreams, what they call them, nocturnal emissions. The people in your dreams that you were dreaming about that made you come were men. So you've known that you've had gay thoughts for years and you are gay. And when you find the chance, you're going to live that out. That's gay. You're not gay because you use a word or because you have mannerisms that other people, including you, don't think are masculine. You probably don't think that the mannerisms are masculine because you want to keep the light off of yourself. But that's what gay is. Gay is on the inside. Y'all try to make it seem like it's on the outside. Because that's what lives inside of you. And I understand. And now people who didn't understand may understand a little bit better now. But I say, fuck y'all pussies. My history of attraction has always been with women. Strictly. And nobody and nothing has any evidence to the contrary. I like nice, voluptuous women. You know what I mean? I like fat ass and big titties and big, pretty smiles and big, pretty eyes. That's what I like. But I also like their voice and the way that they think about things and the way they make me feel. You probably have trouble with your women because you a bitch. And she know. So, look, Joey said liar. He's probably saying a lie because he knows what I'm talking about. He has those feelings inside. Like, no, gay isn't on the inside. It's on the outside where everybody can see. I'm telling you, he probably has those fantasies about men. Do you know what you would see inside of people's phones if you could get their phone and see where they, see their search results, like what they Google and what sites they go to. Do you know that what a hard drive will reveal about a person? So you can be talking all of this shit. It's amazing how we see how people have been out here pretending to love children and to protect children. And we found out later on that they were pedophiles. So they were able to not only gain the confidence of the children that they were abusing, but to also gain the confidence of the parents. Like in many, many instances, the parents gave their children right into the hands of the pedophile. Oh, he used to hang out with the kids and he used to do things with them, and what are like Boy Scout troop leaders and coaches and shit like that. So people will accept that you could be an undercover pedophile, but they don't think that you could be gay on the low. I don't understand. Carla says, hard drive, literally hard drive. For real. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these motherfuckers, I know I'm hitting them in the heart. Like, shut up. Shut up. And you know how I know that? Because they haven't turned me off yet. They should have clicked me off a long time ago. It shouldn't be nobody here but me, you, Nicole, and maybe some other people who frequent this channel. But they like, how can he know this? How can he know this? This is like the gospel to them. I study psychology. You little bitch ass. But listen, man, I mean, y'all have the LGBTQIA. Like, this is not like when I was growing up 40 years ago. You know what I mean? You had, it was a really bad stigma to be gay. Now you'll be celebrated. You got a whole club. They didn't have clubs when I was growing up. They was just sissies. They liked to jump rope, braid hair, and make cakes. That's what they did. Now they got people like you who try to call other people gay. Then you came across me and I put you onto the science. Like, I know who you are. I know what you are. Don't mean shit to me. Nasty work, yo. Nasty work. He talking some, nah, we just passing through and you sound butthurt. Oh, yeah? So you staying around here to hear me sound butthurt because I don't agree with your bitch ass president with his child molesting ass. And you still here? If I was you, I would at least play the background. Like, I'll make him think that I left, but I'm not leaving because I can't believe what he said. Hold on a second. I can't believe what he said. See, I'm giving y'all the game. I'm giving y'all the game. I'm letting y'all know that we know that y'all gay. All y'all MAGA cats are gay. That's why y'all try to put it on the Democratic Party all the time. Because you know it's really you. What you think? What you think? Because you support Trump, none of y'all are gay? You think that gay people don't vote against their own interests like straight people do? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, damn, I fly. Fuck. He gotta go. He's gotta go. It's amazing to me. Trump was elected twice. The man came up around kosher mob lawyers and banksters, made his fortune building gambling casinos. And he bankrupt casinos. And this is the man that people thought was going to fix the economy. I mean, what the fuck? But see, you know what? No, since we was talking about psychology, this is the same mentality. This is when people see people who are financially successful, I don't know why they think that they should listen to them. People think that people who have money are smarter than they are. Well, he must know something because he's rich. Well, he's a Nepo baby. He is a product of nepotism. Now, they like, I've heard the word nepotism. What does that mean? Nepotism. Well, let's give you the Webster definition. Because I know if I say what the definition is, they'll try to say, well, no, that's not exactly what it is. Okay. The definition of nepotism. Nepotism is the act of granting preferential treatment, jobs, or opportunities to relatives or personal connections, often regardless of their qualification. It bypasses merit-based hiring and can lead to resentment, workplace unfairness, and reduce organizational efficiency. Now, if you look at our White House cabinet, do you see any nepotism in there? Like maybe the Secretary of War? What makes Pete Hegseth qualified to be the Secretary of Defense? Because he was in the Army before? Like, what are you, out of your fucking mind? He was a drunk weekend Fox TV host. And the president used to watch him and he gave him a shot to be Secretary of Defense. That's nepotism. That's not merit-based. And now they're running around here talking about something. We want a meritocracy. In other words, they want to hire people or exclude people that they think haven't gotten their positions based on their experience, knowledge, and hard work. Meanwhile, you had Pete Hegseth, you had Pam Bondi, you had Kash Patel. Kash Patel as the head of the FBI? Are you fucking kidding? The head of the FBI. Y'all good with that? He's a buffoon. He was a podcaster. That would be like if somebody came to me and said, hey, son, I like your show. I like the things that you're saying. Why don't you come work in the cabinet in Trump's cabinet or some other political, like, because of what you say to your listeners, your viewers, I think you would be qualified to work in government. Straight nepo. It's all nepotism. Dan says, I'm a submarine service veteran, but I'd be a poor choice for Secretary of Defense or Secretary of War. Exactly. At least you understand your limitations. So you know if somebody offered you a job like that, it would probably make you uncomfortable. Like, well, wait a minute. That's not my line of work. Like, just because I'm a line cook in a restaurant, that doesn't mean I should own the restaurant. It doesn't even mean I should manage it. How about I just do my job? Give me a better position doing my job. And that will probably make everything more efficient. But Trump surrounded himself with people who are unqualified for their job. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And these are the results that we're getting. The United States look crazy. And it looks crazy. Why it looks even crazier, I'm sorry, when you consider that they try to blame all of their misgivings and their missteps on Democrats. But when you lock them into what they've done, like, why did you do this? And what's going on with this? Well, when Biden did it, you didn't say anything. That's not what the fuck I asked you. And it's crazy because you wouldn't get away with that. You wouldn't get away with that when your parents were raising you, and when they ask you, why didn't you take out the trash, or why didn't you do your chores or something like that, you couldn't say because my brothers and my brother or my sister didn't do it. They ain't trying to hear that shit. In some households, they would have went upside your head or put you over their knee and got busy on you. Yet you think in your adult life that's going to work? I don't know, man. Nicole says he's not qualified to be president, but he is. And that's a fact. And that's what we got to deal with. You know, that's what we got to deal with. So, you know, it's a lot of, oh, hold on. Are they trolling too hard? So you're clearly a moron. So why would anybody hire you? They hired me in the job that I'm good at. I think Pete Hegseth is a moron too. And guess who else thinks he's a moron? The United States military. This motherfucker brought in all the admirals and colonels and generals from all over the world. He brought them from out of their stations to tell them that they were too fat to do their job. You can't make this shit up. It's like something out of a movie. He talks like he's in a movie. You ever hear this motherfucker talk? We're going to bomb them. We're going to do shut the fuck up, pussy. Get the fuck out of here. A fucking war hawk, warmonger. Nobody want to hear that shit. It's like if you were on a sports team, basketball, football, baseball, hockey, and your strategy for how you're gonna play your next opponent was, we're gonna stomp them into the ground, we're gonna gouge their eyes out, we're gonna kill all of their children. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? X's and O's, motherfucker. X's and O's. We want strategy here. Do you know anything about strategy? But the president of the United States talks like that, and so does the Secretary of War, which is an illegal name. You can't just change the name back to what it was. In the interest of diplomacy, they changed it from Secretary of War to Secretary of Defense. You're not always at war. But because they wanted it to be changed back to the Secretary of War or the Department of War, that lets you know what they were planning. Like, these motherfuckers tell you what they're going to do before they do it. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. Oh, but Luke Joint, you're still here. And this is how I know. This is how I know I'm getting to motherfuckers, because he can't turn it off. Like, listen, it's where I am. It's 3:06 in the morning. We're about to get up out of here. It's 3:06 in the morning. You mean to tell me you can't find anything better to do? At the latest, it's midnight where you are. Let's say you're on the West Coast. It's midnight. And you can't find anything better to do than to keep looking and listening to a motherfucker that you claim you don't like. I got a feeling you over there with a hard dick. I have a feeling. I think you're over there with a hard dick and you mad about it. Like, oh my God. If he would only talk nice to me. Then I could jerk off to him, you know, and feel good about it. But he's so mean to me. He's so mean to me. Ah, man. But fuck it. I don't give a fuck because y'all are keeping my engagement up. I'll take it. I'll take it any way I can get it. It's late for you. Oh, you in Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to Arizona. Late for me in Phoenix, brother. Much love and good night. Yo, I appreciate you coming through. I really do, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Be safe out there. You know, it's rough. Now, we've gotten all off of this topic, man. We were supposed to be talking about, is the war finally over? Is it? Because I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. One thing about war that people need to understand is that wars make money. They generate a lot of revenue. I mean, the thing is, the economy is supposed to go up during times of war. It's done exactly the opposite with this war. That lets you know that the people who declared the war or who implemented the war, because there was no declaration, right? You have to go through Congress for that. That lets you know they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have no clue. They know not what they do. They don't know what they're doing. You get in wars, you know, okay, let's say Donald Trump wanted to go into Iran because he wanted to take the oil. Well, he can't find a way to do it in secrecy. But this dummy will say on his social media or in front of the cameras, he'll say, what he say? We've been secretly taking hundreds of gallons of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran didn't know about it, but of course they'll know now. I'm like, this dude is an ass. He's a straight ass. You said you about to head out. You had to acknowledge that, like anybody gives a fuck whether you were here. But don't nobody give a fuck about you, dog. I mean, don't nobody here give a fuck about you. And something tells me that in your personal life, nobody gives a fuck about you. I have a feeling that if you have kids, they don't give a fuck about you. If you have a boyfriend, he don't give a fuck about you. Because there ain't no chance that you got a woman. Ain't no. I got a feeling that your teachers, your classmates, people that you work with, I got a feeling that nobody gives a fuck about you. And I'm going to add myself to that list. So you can go bye-bye. I don't give a fuck. Whether you come, go, lay, stay, or pray. Whether you have a good or a bad day. All I know is that you are G-A-Y, gay. And that's not how I P-L-A-Y play. So you go bye-bye. You stay. Only reason, you weren't bad enough in the chat. You weren't bad enough in the chat for me to time you out. That's why I let you rock out. See, and why don't I get, Carla, why don't I get any type of recognition for being fair? This bitch ass motherfucker came to my show. He wasn't really being disruptive, but he was being a contrarian, right? I was patient with the kid. You know what I mean? He probably wears skirts, tries to push them off as like kilts. Like, man, you ain't Irish. You're not Scottish. It's not a kilt. You're wearing a dress. You're wearing a dress like one of those fruity rappers. Why don't I should get a patient award. I should get a patient award. And look, Now, he said he was leaving, and he's still here. Never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. Never can say goodbye. This motherfucker want to stay. He's like, son, I don't want to leave you, but you're so mean to me. Son, I don't want to leave you, but you're so mean to me. Before you go, my nigga, let me put him on with our anthem. Shall we? Let's play our anthem for him. So you know how we get down on this channel, how we get down on this platform. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it 100. Son done it. Yo.
Please stop fucking with me.
Yo, stop fucking with me.
Please
oh, bitch ass.
Stop fucking with me.
Yeah. Word.
Please stop fucking with me.
Turn it up, baby.
Please stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me.
I told your mama, your daddy, and your family.
Please stop fucking with me.
People at my job.
Please stop fucking with me.
All of my neighbors and shit.
Please stop fucking with me.
This bitch ass nigga in the chat.
Please stop fucking with me.
This is my world, kid.
Please stop fucking with me.
I need 6 feet of space.
Please stop fucking with me.
iTunes, no, this is O-Tunes. Yes. Get the fuck out.
Stop fucking with
Yo,
me.
you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. You know how we do. You know what it is. Yeah, it's me or you.
Please stop fucking with me.
This the route. If you're out, yeah, you know what this channel is all about, baby. Summer anthem. Summer anthem, kid.
Stop fucking with me.
Yes.
Stop fucking with me.
Yeah, daily go get him, baby. Yes.
Please stop fucking with me.
That's my word.
Hope you are done fucking with me.
Yeah. That's our anthem, baby. Sometimes you gotta play it live. Hold on. Sometimes you gotta play it live for them. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Okay. Please stop fucking with me. 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 Please. Fuck out of here. Well, these haters the fuck out of here. Get these fucking haters out of here. Get these bitch ass niggas. Get your bitch ass out of here. Get these bitch ass out of here. They know they like the song. That's what pissed them off. But good. Now, have we taken out the trash? All right, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Gotta do my chores. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, haters. Jump in. Come on. Jump in. Go ahead. Go ahead. Jump in the bag. Get in the bag. Get in the bag. I know you can fit because you're small in the mind. Go ahead. Get in. Get in. We got a place for everybody. Naomi, what's good? What's good? What's good? How you feeling? How you feeling? All right. Oh, man. Oh, boy, that was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm not kidding in that bag because it's scented, and that makes me feel dirty because you think it smells good. Look how, first of all, learn how to proofread what you write before you write it. I'm not kidding in that bag. I'm not kidding in that bag. You sound dumb. 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 I'm glad you're feeling okay, Naomi. I do. Listen, I think my job has been done here. Let's go to the poll question. We got 80 votes in the poll question. Well, let's see how we're thinking tonight and how we're polling tonight. If the war in Iran is indeed over, do you think that Trump deserves any credit for ending it? All right, what did we have? 55% say no, he started the war, so why should he get credit for ending it? Sounds reasonable to me. 26% says yes, he saved democracy. 27% now. All right, because it's 81 votes. Yes, he saved democracy once again. All right. 6% said, have you seen the price of gas? And 12% said, at least Iran has no nuclear weapon. Oh, shit. Y'all didn't even charge me for spelling weapon wrong. Weapon is spelled W-E-A-P-O-N. But I was so tired when I wrote this shit up. So it was W-E-P-O-N. See, I charge other people with spelling shit wrong or writing shit wrong. I gotta charge myself too. I'm not exempt. I'm not exempt. All right, so this is what we're going to do. 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 We're going to do these birthday shout outs and get on up out here and let you good people be able to, you know what I mean, either go to bed, go to work, stay up, finish smoking, drinking, whatever it is that you do. So, let me see. Islamists have been at war for their entire history. Iran had been stocking up on nuclear armaments, keeping a low profile until Trump said enough was enough. Well, that's just not true. That's just not true. They have had inspectors go in and find out what Iran was working with in terms of their nuclear capabilities. Let's say if what you said was true, why did Netanyahu have to be the one who spearheaded the attacks? And why does Netanyahu still want to continue the war when Trump wants to end it? See, these are that's just a logical question. That's what you have to ask yourself. Why does Trump want to end the war and Netanyahu doesn't want to end it? And why is Israel allowed to have nuclear weapons, but other countries? See, the way that you get nuclear weapons is to tell the United States to go fuck themselves. That's what North Korea did. He's like, hey, go fuck yourself, United States. We'll do whatever the fuck we want to do. You don't like it? Come see us. Iran could have done the same thing. But they let inspectors come in and poke around. You said it is true. And we had to remove their capability to make refined uranium. Okay, if let's say that what you're saying is true. It's not true. But I thought that the president said that he totally obliterated their nuclear ability last year. You know what obliterate means, right? So the same way that he said that he totally obliterated their military force. He took out everybody. He killed their leadership. They have no navy. They have no air defense. They have nothing. Yet they shot down multiple aircrafts of the United States. What'd they do it with? A slingshot? We playing David and Goliath out here? Come on, man. Like, you still believe that shit that Trump is... Yo, God help you, sir. God help you. Netanyahu is a Jew, and the Jews have been at war with the Islamists for their entire history. No, they have not been at war with Islamists their entire history. No, the fuck? What history? When did you start counting? Yeah, see, this is what people try to get away with when they think you don't know better. No, even they told you 47 years. They didn't. What you talking about? Their entire history. Jews and Islamists haven't always been at war. First of all, there hasn't always been such thing as Islamists. Let's start there. I don't know how long. Well, as far as Jews are concerned, we have 6,000 years worth of history with them. Now, how you can have 6,000 years of Judaism, but you only have 2,000 years of Christianity. Okay. Okay. And they kept the technology hidden. This is public information now. If it's public information, then why wouldn't they make it public? Why wouldn't they display that for all of the United States to know? So there would be nothing but support for the war. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that, sir? So the experts say, no, Iran didn't have no damn nuclear. They weren't building a bomb. They just weren't doing it. But congratulations, because the JCPOA now is torn up by Trump and his first administration. And now he has to pay Iran back a whole lot more money than Obama ever had to do. Good going, hotshot. It's in their religious book, the Quran, and the Jews believe that they are the only chosen people. I am to have faith in either. What would it make me other than hateful? Newsflash, the Bible was written by man. And the Quran and the Bible are very similar. All holy books kind of take from each other. But I'm not going to get into the whole religious argument with you. Tell you what, if you believe that Trump was right in going into Iran, why didn't he get any concessions in this alleged deal? Where are the concessions, sir? Where are the concessions? Because he spent the better part of 9 weeks saying nothing will be acceptable except for total surrender or unconditional surrender. That's what he said. Meanwhile, Iran was kicking their ass in the Strait of Hormuz. Kicking the world's ass. Held up all the oil. And they'll do it again. And there's nothing that we can do about it. So, where are the concessions? What is Iran not going to do anymore that they were doing before? Please don't bring up nuclear, because now they have the green light to do whatever they, because we bombed them, and because now they have an excuse to believe that they're not safe. They're not going to agree not to enrich uranium anymore. They're going to say that we're going to enrich uranium safely, like they were doing before. But anyway, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 15th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box: Trina McDonald, Robin Hill, Christasha Sims, Desmond DaCosta, Tia Wilson, J. Boss Arthur. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious June 15th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yeah, the war is over, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm not sure if we have the football or should we spike it, because I'm not sure that we scored a touchdown. I really think that the war will always be around, because I can't trust the leadership that's in charge, because they on some shit. They sinking us like a barnacle barge, and it's a bad state of affairs, and I don't think that anybody in the White House cares. I'm sorry that I messed and flubbed the line, but I'ma still get up on mine. Sun always shines, and I'm never behind the enemy lines, because I'ma always be your friend, all the way to the end. But I don't feel like our government is our friend, not to the citizens and people, and we're not equal. Well, you don't have to be equal, but at least be fair and get these incompetent motherfuckers out of there, because they don't know what they're doing, and they're about to leave this country pretty much in ruins. And it doesn't mean that they're going to tear it down physical, but in the mental, it's going down. And they did it too. You and me and all of our fam. And I don't think that's the way it should be. And that's not the way I am. And scams are getting fostered each and every day, and we got to find us a better way. Today is going to be the best day of my life. That's whether I have my kids, my fam, and my wife. Yo, we got to keep it pushing. We got to keep on going. Yo, they skirt is really showing. Or should I say they slip? You listen, little honey dip. I'm tired of these motherfuckers out here talking all this shit because I don't want to hear it. I got the spirit of a scholar, and that's whether I make $1 or $1 billion. I don't trust no billionaires, and I don't trust nobody who looks in my face and let me know he don't care, because I care about a lot. No matter what you got, you ain't nobody to me because your shit is hot. My man Clay just came through, and you know that's my man and my other peeps too. So I appreciate y'all coming on by. We gonna be here tomorrow at 1, and you know why. But tonight was a good show. And I think a lot of people came through and didn't know how it was going to go. And I didn't either. But I'm glad it went the way that it is. So we going to repeat the shit another day. So PEACE, we going to do and be the way we be. All right, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. in the morning. So make sure y'all come on through. Before y'all get up out of here, I appreciate it if y'all would hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You know what I mean? Y'all was stingy with your likes tonight. Y'all were good with the views and stingy with the likes. But that's all right. My mama loved me. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. I holla. Peace.